What's up, guys? Another UFC fight week is done with. Tyra's a beast. The flyweight division is hot right now. I think he's one of the best guys in the division. His grappling, his striking is coming along. He's a big guy. He's willing to fight anybody as he takes his opponent on a couple week or 1 week notice. Yeah, man, I'm excited to see who they give him next, especially in that division. You got guys like Brandon Moreno, Manel Kape, Royval, all without fights right now. I'm excited to see how they match up everybody. Obviously, him and Royval had a great 5-round fight. I think him against Moreno will be good. Manel against Royval, they already got history. It would be really fun. But yeah, man, I'm excited for that division. Pantoja already got a couple wins over a lot of everybody in that division, basically. He hasn't fought Tyra yet, but I do think Tyra needs at least one more to get the title shot. You got Pantoja against Vaughn next. So let's see what the UFC does, see how the matchmaking goes. I think the next couple of months, the flyweight division will definitely be one of the hottest divisions. Also last week, Arman coming hard, man. He's going in hot. He's going on tirades on Twitter. He's saying Ilia is afraid to fight him. He's avoiding him. I mean, and you see it. You do see it a little bit. Ilia saying he won't fight him. He'll give up the belt before fighting him.
I'm never going to give him a chance to fight for the title. I will be like, listen, if that's the case, take my belt.
I don't know where that came from. I do think Arman is worthy of a title shot, especially after weighing in as a backup, the last one. People keep coming at him for the pullout of the Islam fight, but I mean, if it was truly an injury, obviously the UFC knows. And like I said, one of the hardest things in the sport is to make it to fight night. The only way to train is to fight every single day at practice. We put our bodies through a lot. So if he made it that far and he didn't get the reward of fighting, I'm sure it broke him and it made him upset. So no guy wants to go through a camp and then make it to fight night and then you can't fight. So if it was a legit injury and he did weigh up his backup, I do think he deserves a title shot, especially in that division right now. You got him, Gaethje, and Paddy Pimblett all calling for it. I think it's going to be the loudest one that gets it. Him and Paddy are probably the ones that are talking the most trash. Justin is obviously, his fights speak for themselves. Him against Ilia would be a great fight. I think Cormier came out and says that if Justin, Paddy, or Arman fight for the belt, I think all pay-per-views will sell the same amount. The biggest pay-per-view he's going to have is obviously him against Islam, but that's not going to happen next. I do think Arman would be the toughest test for Ilia just because he has more weapons. His wrestling, his grappling, his power, his striking, his cardio, like he has all the tools. Obviously the Gaethje fight will be more stand-up, it'll be more boxing. It'll definitely be a fun fight. The Paddy fight, I still think that he leaves a little bit too many openings with his chin and his defense. But if he gets another big win, he's right there. Obviously, they do have a history, they do have the trash talk, but I do think that Arman's working his way up there. He's talking trash, he's doing it, he's doing all the right things. Let's see what the UFC does with that division. I would like to see, for myself, Arman. I'd want to see him fight for the belt. I want to see that matchup. I do think it'll be a fun matchup stylistically. Yeah, I'm excited for what happens next. In Bully B news, we linked up with Streamer Neon this weekend. I don't know why I call him Streamer Neon. Just Neon, or my dad's eyes, N3 on. But ended up being pretty cool. That was my first time doing a stream, hopping on a stream with one of the streamers and just showing him around the neighborhood, showing him around my area, the community. We went to the stairs, which is a staple in Chicago, got a good workout in. He only did one, but we did a little bit of boxing. He had pretty good hands. I didn't pull any stunts of trying to hurt him or anything like that.
Your technique. What's this? What the f? Really, my chin, bro?
It was ended up being a cool experience. And for $700,000, it was worth it. It was cool. So shout out to Neon, especially somebody like him who gets a lot of backlash or people wanted to hate on him or judge him or talk about him. For myself, meeting him personally, he was cool, he was chill. It seemed like a real person. We went to the Palestine-Pakistan game and the baseball game. And for somebody like him who has a huge platform, has a huge audience, willing to talk about the topics that people don't want to talk about, the genocide in Palestine right now. So he was willing to do it. He was willing to, use that platform, give me the platform to speak on it. And there's not a lot of people willing to do that. They're afraid to do it, afraid to talk about it. But if you're afraid to talk about starving children, afraid to talk about people getting murdered, getting killed every single day, you don't deserve a platform. You don't deserve an audience. So shout out to him. Appreciate you, brother. Let's do it again sometime. And any other streamers, hit my line. That's basically the headlines for this week. Also, huge card this weekend. Another big one in the middleweight division, especially with title implications and title fight next week. You got Fluffy Hernandez versus Roman Dolidze. Breakdown for the card. If you guys haven't seen, we went 5 for 5 on the main card last week, 5 for 5 on the main card the week before that. So we've been running hot right now. For keys to victory for Dolidze, you're gonna need your gas tank. You don't want to go full force out there in the first round. You got a little bit tired in your Marvin Vettori fight. So you want to pace yourself, especially against a guy like Fluffy, who has great gas tank, great cardio. He breaks a lot of guys with it. You got to be smart. I would keep your combinations short. I would attack his body a lot. We've seen Fluffy get hurt to the body. You have hard kicks, great power. Look for those openings. Fluffy stand-up isn't like his grappling. He leaves a lot of openings defensively. So be careful. Don't get pushed to the fence. Don't get held there. If you do get taken down, go for your leg locks, but use those to get up. If there's nothing there, don't just stay there. Don't give up position or give up a round by being on the ground too long. You got to be smart here. I do think you can catch him on the feet. I do think you could hurt him on the feet. You just got to find those openings. For Fluffy, keys to victory, obviously you got to press on the gas right away. Push him to the fence. You got to break that distance. You don't want to be at distance where he can hit you and hurt you. Grab his body, pull him down, drag him around. If he does go for leg locks, you got to be very smart. You can't lose position on the ground. When he gets on top, he is a dangerous guy. When he does find himself in grappling positions, he's dangerous. His leg locks are crazy. We've seen him get for arm bars. We've seen him go for a lot of subs. So you just got to be aware on the ground. If I'm you, I'm holding him on the fence, dragging him down there, wearing on that gas tank there. You got to be very smart defensively. Keep your hands up. Protect your body. Don't get hurt in those spots. My pick for this one, I think I'm going to go Dolidze. I do think he has a little bit more tools. I do think it'll be hard for Fluffy to stay on top of him and keep him on the ground. The power advantage goes to Dolidze, and I do think he's going to catch him. Co-main event, you got Usyk and O'Day. This is a huge fight for Usyk. You got to win. I do think it is a must-win. You're on a 3-fight losing streak. You can't go 4. I think, when you fought Pantoja, that was such a close fight. That was one of those moments where it could have gone either way. One zig, you should have zagged, and your life has changed. From there on out, I don't know if he's still attached to that fight, but since then, he hasn't looked the same. He hasn't been the same. Obviously, the next fight, you got knocked out. Anybody can get knocked out. Then the next fight after that, you fought Moreno. This is one of those fights. You can't hesitate. You got to shoot on him. You got to take him down. I think you have the ground advantage. You got to be very smart in this fight. You got to be strategic. You don't want to stay on the feet. It's 50-50, especially with a guy like O'Day who has explosive power. We've seen him knock guys out with knees, hands, kicks. Just go take him to your world. I think you have the advantage. I think if you do take him down, he'll give up something by trying to get up sloppy. So be smart here. Grapple, win the fight. O'Day, this is a short notice fight. You need to show that you belong in the top of the division. I do think you have the power there to be there, the striking to be there. You just got to be, I think, aggressive, especially with a guy that's on a 3-fight losing streak. He may come out aggressive. So you meet aggression with aggression. I think you're more explosive, more powerful, so you may catch him. So you can't get stuck with your feet planted and staying still. And if you do get taken down, you got to get up the right way. You got to get up defensively smart. Don't give up your neck. Don't give up your arms. Get your back to the fence. Wrist control, stand up. For me, with this pick, I'm picking Usyk. I do think he gets right back on track, especially O'Day taking the fight short notice. I do think Usyk knows it's a must win, and he will win. The rest of my card will be circled on my Instagram. Make sure you guys go follow me. Look at my story. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys got any other questions? Put them in the comments. I'll answer them most of the videos. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, keep following. Also, heard Dricus in Chicago. Bro, this is my city. Big card next week. Huge main event. You need anything from Chicago, food, groceries, therapist, cage, gym, sauna. Make sure you don't hit me up. You're not welcome here. Chicago, you see him, you let him know. You don't like his kind. Go Hamza.